Well, a big hello to everybody in YouTube land. I'm back. I haven't gone to the dark side. I haven't. I haven't passed over. I've had so many emails and messages from people and I'm so overwhelmed with your support. It's really sweet of you because people have sent messages asking if I'm okay. I am okay. I've just been away for a couple of weeks doing things and then took a small break just to sort of recharge my batteries and then come back with a horrible dose of the flu, which is it's common. Every time I go away on holiday, I always come back with a flu. So anyway, one of in fact, more than one of you have asked, how do you use the Genos for songwriting in terms of how do you record and how do you use it to do such a thing? So I thought today I would sit down and show you because this is where this keyboard excels massively. It's just such a cool bit of kit. So you've got the option on the main panel here. There's a little button that's flashing and I've purposely made it flash because I've gone into the recording mode. So here, if you press record, you actually have four options. Let me just show you on the screen because you can see on the screen here. So I've got quick record, multi-recording for MIDI, and then I've got audio, quick record, and multi-recording for audio. I don't use the audio because the audio, once you've committed it, it is there forever. It's set. MIDI is so much more flexible for songwriting. So I go into MIDI. So I'm going to go into quick recording on this example, quick recording. And then it brings up just basically the most simplest of recorders. Now here, I've actually got a style set up. It's a really nice style. So this is the style that we've got, and so then I've got any melody that I want to use. I can just stick a simple piano on there, which is what I'm going to do just to lead, and I'm going to come up with a very quick made up sort of melody. So let's just try this. Excuse me, before I do that, I must press record, otherwise it won't do anything. Right, let's record. And that's my simple melody recorded. Okay, and when it gets to the end, I'll simply press stop. Okay, so it's recorded my little performance. Now, sometimes you may get it wrong, in which case you just go back and re-record. It's simple as that. However, once you've got that sort of committed, because that's fine for me for this, so I can play this and away it'll go. So at this point, I'm just going to come out there and I'm just going to click save, and I'm just going to call it save here, and I'm just going to call it new song. Okay. So at this point now, if I press exit on the screen twice, this is the screen you see, and it's the screen that we had when we started to do our recording. But this time I'm going to press multi-recording, and by pressing multi-recording takes me into the multi-track recorder. Now you see at the top where it says new song. If I tap there, I can go and choose my new song. Press exit, and it takes you back to the screen. So now my song is loaded into the multi-track recorder. And this is where it gets really clever and cool. I can press play. Now maybe I don't like that melody, so I'm just going to turn that off. And you see where it says number 2 in the picture of the piano? Well, that's my second track. Now, my word of advice is numbers 9 to 16 do not touch, because that is the orchestration and the sequencing for the backing. If I was to turn these off, I would lose the bass and the drums and anything else that I decided to turn off. So you don't want to mess with tracks number 9 onwards. If you do, you're into trouble. However, number 2 is empty, so I can do something with number 2. So if I tap where the little picture of the piano is, I know that I'm going to record on right 1. So I go to my right 1 on the main panel of the keyboard, and I can pick a different instrument if I want. I can go into synth. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to now press record underneath number 2. And again, if you look at the screen, if I press record, it now comes up with a little picture of right 1, and it changes the icon to a picture of a synth because it knows that I've got the synth sound on track 2. So at this point, all I need to do is press record. Okay, did I like that? I don't know. But maybe I didn't. Maybe I want to go and find a different... Maybe I want to record this. So now all I do is just again the same thing, press the record, and this will overwrite my track. So I now can re-record a melody. I'm going to stop here and let another instrument carry on when I re-record, and I'll show you what happens. Da da, I've got the idea in my head. Da 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 da. At this point, I'm picturing a guitar playing. Da da da. Da 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 da. Okay, right, now let me show you why I didn't play that middle part. Because for the middle part, I want a nice rock guitar to kick in. So on my track 3, I'm going to tap the picture of the piano, and it's choosing right 1 again. So go to right 1, and then my electric guitar, I'm going to pick. That's what we're going to go with. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with a rock guitar. Let me just find not quite so... Excuse me, I'm suffering with another cold. Every time I make a video, I seem to have a cold. Well, that's what happens when you travel on aircraft. You catch all these germs. Right, so back to the main screen. So now I'm going to record my guitar. So I just simply press record. Okay, press play, and it'll start to play. And then when I stop, I'll play the guitar. So it's play my melody. Dooby dooby doo. We're waiting for the main part. Right, now my guitar comes in. Right, okay, now if you noticed, and for those of you who've got a good ear, you'll notice I did actually play something wrong in the first melody. And the reason for this is I'm going to show you how you can go back and still only do the melody. You don't have to re-record the whole thing. So if I go back to my track 1 and press record, actually, hang on a minute, I need to pick the voice first, go back to my synth. And maybe I'm not so sure on that actual voice. I think I'm going to go with something a bit more. Let's have a look for something in the FM-y sort of stuff. See what we've got. I do like that one. It's a wire lead millennial. So that's a nice voice. I'm just trying to find something soft. Nothing too... There we go, look, the new DX7 synth lead one. That's nice. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm going to re-record. So press record. There's my guitar. And I'm going to echo the guitar. Okay, that's a wrap. Right, now, when I get to that sort of nice, big, powerful section, I want some sort of arpeggiated strings. Sort of like a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So, on track 4, I'm going to go back to right 1 and find a nice... Now, there's some stupendous spiccato strings. To There we go. That's the chappy. Right, so we don't want it too loud. So if I press play, I can get a measure for what I'm going to do. Okay, now I'm not going to put these strings in at the beginning because the beginning needs to have a nice gentle lead in. It's when the guitar goes all hell loose. The strings are going to come in. Don't ask me how. It's in my head. I don't know what's wrong with me. Must have been dropped as a child because I hear all these melodies they just come to me. It's not something I've kind of learned. I wish it was something that I'd actually learned, but it's just in my head. So don't ask what I'm playing because I have no idea. It just comes. So I'm going to press record for track 4, and then we're away. I'm not playing at the beginning. It's a nice lead in. Go. That's that. And if I want to build this song even bigger, I can then go to track 5 and shove in a choir coming in. I can have I don't know what to actually have. Or do we want an R? Yeah, let's go with an R. Again, don't go mad. Only sort of as the song builds up, then bring in some more instrumentation. Go to record. I'm going to pick right one, which is my choir. There we go. And away. All I do is press play. I've broken my golden rule because I started to record, so let's do that again. And you can keep doing this as many times as you want until you've got it to the way you want it. I mean, I could put a little bell in there. Dun, dun. And then it kicks in a bit. Are you ready? I'll bring the choir in towards the end. And there you go, you've got your song. This is all completely made from scratch. If I want to take out parts, I can do. I can take out some of these, and I've still got 3. In fact, I've actually got 4 parts but I still haven't recorded, so I could keep going for another 4 goes. And then, for those of you a bit more advanced, you can, if you wanted to, actually go then into the style parts and take out the generic style patterns. So, for example, if there's what's playing on track 12, let's have a look. So if I turn all of these off, go away. Turn all of these off. Let's see what's on track 12. So press play. Something must kick in a moment. 13. Ah, there we go. So that's the piano that you hear in the backing. Now, if you didn't want that, you could actually take that out and re-record something that you did over the top. I'm still waiting for something to happen on track 12 though. See what happens. Does it kick in when we go to variation D? Yeah, it does. So that's what track 12 is doing. Now maybe I actually want to do my own part for that. So let's try it. So I'm going to turn everything back on. Go through them all. 1, 2, Right, okay, so for track 12 now, I'm just going to press record. Okay, and then when it starts, it's basically going to take that piano part out, and whatever I play, it will record. So let's try it. Now it's doing something weird here. That's right, okay, yeah. So I need to go back into record right one. So before I do anything else, I need to pick that voice. There we go, forgot to do that. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. You know, sometimes you do forget. So I'm recording right one for there. Okay, right, now it will record what I play. Here we go. Okay, maybe I don't like that voice, because I don't. I want something a bit more bitey. There we go. Okay, let's try it with that one. So record. And again, I'm not going to record anything till I get to the main body. If anybody wants to send lyrics in for this, don't. Here we go. Okay, and of course, this is vastly overdone. I mean, it's such a thick orchestration, you'd be hard pushed to hear the melody. But it gives you an example of what you can do with this incredibly powerful instrument. And of course, if you have got something like Cubase, you can connect the keyboard straight to Cubase, and it's got all the voicing set. You can record from Cubase to Genos if you wanted to. I only say this because I've just literally recently bought the Cubase 13 to see how it works with Genos. And for somebody who's used Logic Pro for, oh God, more years than I care to guess, Cubase is a much easier to use for MIDI than Logic is. And of course, being Steinberg, it's linked with Yamaha, so the two work really well hand in hand. It's much easier to use MIDI recording in Cubase than it is in Logic. That's my personal experience, definitely. So there you go. So once you've done that, you simply click save and then just resave over the top of the original. And I've now got my full performance. And it took it could have taken me a lot quicker if I wasn't chatting to you. So from a musical instrument to sort of record your own ideas and sort of scratch down things, it's brilliant. I mean, if you wanted to go bare bones, you could simply go into the style itself and turn off everything other than the bass and the drums, and then sort of just simply record the sequence in, he says. So you can record the bass and the drums, and then that way you can record everything from scratch instead of using the machine's own style parts. I mean, there's that sort of part, the phrase. It's a very powerful tool. Genos 2 is just awesome. There's no other word for it. And to be fair, I don't know of any other keyboard out there that has the simplicity and the pure sound quality. Not at this moment in time anyway. So who knows, maybe another keyboard will arrive from somewhere. But for this time, Genos 2 ticks every single box all the time. If you've got any comments, please leave them below. If you've got anything negative, don't bother, because I'll just delete it. I can't bear trolls. So, don't even have a think about it. In fact, somebody recently posted, I think it was a couple of days ago, I've watched your video and I see that your fingers are moving much faster than what I can hear. So therefore, I'm starting to wonder that if you actually can play the keyboard. Bloody hell. So delete. Yeah, get rid. There's some Muppets in the world, and unfortunately YouTube seems to attract a lot of them, as you well know. So if you are a Muppet, go and watch another channel, something a bit more sort of your mental stimulation. If you're a serious musician and you want to know more about this instrument or any others that I've reviewed or discussed or have coming, drop a note, talk, let me know what you want to know. I'm more than happy to sort of address any questions. So if you are a serious musician and not just some troll under a bridge, I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to click subscribe, and if you've got anything at all that you want to know, drop me a line. Okay, well, thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you've I hope you found this useful, if apart from anything else. It is really easy to use Genos to record, and you can use the recording feature for a number of reasons. Maybe you are sort of learning, in which case you can record just the chords for your song and then practice your right hand melody as you're playing. But frankly, if you're beginning, this isn't really the key. Well, I mean, it is the keyboard for everybody. But to spend $5,000 on an instrument that you're learning to play Three Blind Mice, not a good idea. Anyway, until next time, look after yourselves. Have a super day, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Bye bye.